Hey, New Life Manitou Springs, Pastor Joe Kirkendall. I have a short devotional for you and then an announcement. We're going to continue doing what we did last week, which was to do a Zoom conference call to check in with each other and to pray. But for this Devo, if you have time to quiet yourself, pull out the Bible, open up to Psalm 42. I'm going to lead you through just a thought that I have. And Psalm 42 is this very... It's a pretty famous psalm, and it starts off with, as the deer pants for the water, so my soul longs after the Lord. My soul thirsts for the Lord, for the living God. And I grew up singing the song, like as the deer pants for the water. Maybe you did as well. And I think about this psalm a lot because there's a whole bunch of deer in Manitou and streams, and it's not that uncommon for deer to be outside of our building behind where we meet in the creek. And I think about this psalm, and it's a wonderful psalm to meditate on. But then it gets very dark. As we approach verse 3, it says, "Tears have been my food." And it says that the author is saying that people are saying about him, asking him, "Where is your God?" And it goes into a pretty dark and depressing place. My thought for you is this, because it kind of asks the question, why is he so sad? And we get to this in verse 4 as this psalmist writes or sings these things. Let me look at this version. It says, "These things I remember, I pour out my soul within me, for I used to go with many people and lead them to the house of God with a voice thankful and joy among many happy people." So he's longing for these crowds of many happy people, which is where I find myself, longing for crowded rooms of people screaming worship in the name of Jesus. And that's not the case right now. We are not in crowded rooms. We are not allowed to meet with this contagious virus out right now. And so that's where maybe many of you find yourself longing for, being in a room together, meeting together and worshiping the Lord. And that's where this psalm finds us. And so we're going to do something. We're going to continue doing these 9 and 11 o'clock services with all of New Life congregations. I think this is a great way for us to be in unity with each other. And we're going to continue doing what we did last week. So here's the announcement part with you. We're going to do a Zoom call, and I'm sure you can find with this video link the Zoom call. It's like you go to the site and log on. And to be honest, like if someone a couple weeks ago was to tell me, there's this church doing an online Zoom call and they're praying with each other and taking communion virtually, first of all, I would have said, what is Zoom? Because I didn't know what it was until this week. And secondly, I would have thought it was very weird. Like, why are they meeting virtually? And here, now, in this time, the church has found itself not being able to meet in the same building, in the same space. And so we're going to try this out. Last week we had 25 families or so log in, and from New Life Manitou, I saw your happy faces. This week we're going to structure it a little more. We're going to have a time of fellowship. Check in with each other if you want. If you want to just log into this call, I know for some of you it's stretching enough. You can turn off your audio, you can turn off your video and just kind of be in the call. But for those of you that want to, you could open up your video and audio streams and we can interact with each other, check in with each other, see how we're doing. I'll lead us in a devotional, and around 10:30, I'm going to lead us into the table, the communion table, where we will take communion. And so come to this call with a cup and with bread, and we'll go through this moment together. And then we'll end the call between 10 and 11 with prayer. And I just think there is such a need right now for communion, both a literal sense and the communion of the saints. And I'm reading Glenn's book, Blessed, Broken, Given, and it couldn't be a better time for just realizing the importance of communion, that we come before the Lord broken, and we come before the Lord seemingly just like average, like just ourselves. And he takes this average, this thing, bread, and he breaks it, and we take it, the mysteries, into our body, and then wherever we are, that's where the love of Christ is. Christ is showing up there. So, that's your word for today. Get to Psalm 42, read it, meditate on it. It's a wonderful psalm. Hopefully I'll see you this Sunday at 10 through 11 on this video call. God bless you, New Life Manitou. Hang in there. I'm praying for you. I'm calling you. I'm wanting to meet with you. I'm here for you. God bless you. I'm your shepherd. I'm your pastor. Peace.